Dear viewers, welcome back to Sports1. Before the break, we were discussing FIFA World Cup 2018. As we all know, the 32 teams are participating in this tournament this year. Let's take a look at some of the best goals from the qualifying rounds.
Neymar, el pase atrás, le pega William. With the delivery, almost onto the head of Sandro Wagner. It's early moment there for Northern Ireland. What it!
Varane who met it, and it comes for Olivier Giroud. Oh! He cleared his head in no time at all. Down on the turf seconds ago, sniffing with shit.
Did it on target, and beyond that Italian wall will be Isco. Spain hit the front, and in his home stadium.
Como buenamente puede, intentando rendir lo más dignamente posible. ¡Vaya golazo de Mitchell!
La indicación del árbitro. Leo le pegó.
Make his way forward. Bernardo Silva's got all the time in the world to pick out one of three in the middle, and Ronaldo scores just 2 minutes in.
La pelota, le decía justamente Mar González. Acá está Cavani dentro del área, cuidado con la cabeza. Gol de Uruguay. Ha sido bien entrado.
Mike Rooney,
It reached Raheem Sterling. Comes it into the crowd. Hanley Polat. Walker following up. England leading.
I'm a true champion.
يلا صلاح يلا صلاح يلا صلاح الله الله
Again, it's a terrific pick up by Zielinski, and it's brilliantly taken by Lucas Piszczek. The right back bursting forward.
Sí, pero no es suficiente. Steven Suber marca el cuarto.
First half. And it's 2-0.
الدقة أمام المرمى، فرصة تسجيل هدف، فرصة فرصة فرصة، ولا الاحتفال عن المنتخب السنغالي، فرصة والمنتخب
Kill the match. Yosuke. Lloris is a long way from goal, and he's been punished big time. Ola Toivonen celebrates.
Sadat, Azmoun, Terini, Mediterranean. Mediterranean!
تراب شول ينقل الكرة إلى الأمام شبكة بالراس خطيرة كرة
De Costa Rica recaudado más de 150 millones de colones en el evento del PCR certificado Supervita. Y llega Torres, tira gol.
Who do you think will win the Golden Boot in this tournament?
Well, for me it's quite straightforward. I pick Neymar to win it.
Why Neymar? Why not Messi or Ronaldo?
Well, if I put Brazil, Argentina and Portugal, these three teams together, the only team that I can see that going through in this World Cup, ultimately all the way to the final, is Brazil. And when Brazil will, if Brazil go to the final, so they will have more games to play than Argentina and Portugal, and I think Neymar will have more chance to score goals.
More goals.
Yeah, and I think ultimately he will win it.
What do you think the easiest and the toughest group in this tournament?
Well, among this 8 group, I think that Group D and Group H will be toughest, because in Group D we've got Argentina, Iceland, Croatia and Nigeria. So we know that during the qualifying round, Argentina didn't have the best qualifying round. It was on Messi's shoulders because of this hat-trick. Then they qualified, I think it was the last game of the qualifying round.
Yeah, exactly.
That Messi scored the hat-trick and then they went through. So yeah, their defense struggled throughout this qualifying round. And if you look at Croatia and Nigeria, they also have some very talented players.
No, that's true.
And for Iceland, you know, they surprised everyone in last Euro. So this group will be hard to predict. But I think Argentina will go through because of the star powers that they have, because of the front line. They will go through, and the next team will be Croatia in that group. The game between Croatia and Nigeria will dictate who else will go through from this group. Okay. So when I look at Croatia's lineup and Nigeria's lineup, I think Croatia will get the result against Nigeria, and they will go through from this group. So it will be Argentina and Croatia will be going to next round for me.
Okay. And what do you think about the Group H?
Yes.
You got Poland, Senegal, Colombia and Japan.
Yes.
In terms of strength, I think they more or less look like very close to each other.
Yeah, they are very close to each other. But in my opinion, I think Senegal, they will go through. And next will be between Poland or Colombia. But I think that Colombia is going to go through.
You want to pick Colombia over Poland?
Yes, yeah. I will pick Colombia over Poland because season for Tottenham.
Okay.
All the other groups, they are quite easy to predict. So for me, from Group A, it will be sad, but the host will not go through to the next round. So for me, it will be Egypt and Uruguay from Group A.
Okay.
And from Group B, it picks itself. It's Spain and Portugal. And from Group C, for me, it will be France and Peru. We have already picked Group D, which is Argentina and Croatia.
Okay.
And from Group E, I think it will be Brazil and Serbia.
Serbia.
I think from Group F, again, it's Germany and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And from Group G, for me, it will be Belgium and England. And Group H, it's Senegal and Colombia.
Who do you think are the favorite country to win the World Cup?
Well, Shakil, for me, the favorite countries, I'll put 4 teams. Any of them can win it.
Okay.
So it will be, for me, it will be Brazil, and then Spain, Germany, and France. Because when I look at all the teams, these are the 4 teams. They're most like balanced team. They are participating in this World Cup, and among these 4 teams, any team will win it.
As we all know, the Belgium has got probably the best team at the moment in world football. They've got the golden generation. Don't you consider them as a favorite to win the World Cup category?
Yeah, it's a very good question. But when I look at the team on paper, they've got one of the best team. They've got the best midfielders. The defense, they've got very good keeper, and the strikes. They all look good on paper, only on paper. But when you look at their performance in the big tournaments, the so-called golden generations, they haven't delivered. They were one of the team to win the Euro last season, but they couldn't do it. So for me, they can go up to quarterfinal. Just on their firepower, they will be in quarterfinal. But from there, I just don't think them going through.
2 teams going to play this World Cup for the first time, Panama and Iceland.
Exactly.
Are you expecting anything from them?
Well, from Panama, I'm not expecting that much, and their group is also, they've got a tough group. When they're playing against Belgium and England, I don't think they're going to go through. But for Iceland, we have seen what they can do in the Euro. So it will be interesting to see what they will do in this World Cup. They've got good players, and it will depend how they play against the other team, Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. How Iceland play against Croatia and Nigeria, it will depend on these 2 games.
So many young players are coming to this tournament for the first time. There are some very promising players going to play. Who do you think it would be the rising star?
Well, for me, the rising star, I think I'll choose Gabriel Jesus from Brazil. I think he will have a good World Cup. Also, will choose Paulo Dybala from Argentina. But I would like to say 1 or 2 others' names that will shine in this World Cup. So for me, there will be Kevin De Bruyne from Belgium. He had an excellent season for Man City, and I think he has the most assists in all Europe, the top leagues. So for me, he will be one of the players to watch. And then if Mohamed Salah is fit, so he will be a player to watch. And I think he will have a good World Cup as well. He's in very good form.
I think he had an excellent season.
I just don't want to say Messi's name because he's Messi.
I think Messi being Messi, so I think
Messi is Messi. From Brazil, there is they've got the squad is, you can watch every single player from Brazil and how they play. But for me, I will pick Gabriel Jesus. From Germany, you know, when it comes to Germany, they just don't pick one player. You can't just pick one player because when they play, they're the
German
team.
mainly play players like a whole team
all
rather than
11
an
player.
individual.
Yeah.
About France, in every position they got 2-3 players to play, and they are like absolutely amazing players.
Yeah, exactly.
At the front, the midfield, the back. So you see any players to shine?
For France, they can put, if they want, they can put 2 teams in this World Cup, and both teams will have the equal chance to win the World Cup. they're this good. They've got this many players in their team. If I would pick Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
He's young. And I really want him to do good for in this World Cup because he's got all this potential, and I think he will do something good. When he's playing, he plays with confidence, given his age. And then you have the usual players. They have Antoine Griezmann. He's one of the top forward in Europe. He can play in any position. You can give him a striker, left, right, behind the striker. He can play anywhere. So, but I will pick Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, great. If I ask you any single team, like who you really see them to win the World Cup, who will be?
I would pick Brazil. Because we know how it was for them in last World Cup. So they will want to put the ghost behind from the last World Cup, and they would want to do something in this World Cup. And
so I think they are way more mature in this World Cup than...
And Argentina, I don't think they can win the World Cup because they only have, if you look at the team, if you look at their forward, it's outstanding.
One thing that I think we are missing, we actually haven't spoken about Spain. I think they have some of the best players in the midfield.
So I don't think they can repeat 2010 again. I don't think it's just not going to happen for them, because from goalkeeper, defense, midfield, excellent. But if you look at the strikers, they will struggle with strikers, because you need strikers. You need someone to finish it. They have got Diego Costa. We know he got attitude problem.
So he has got problem. Yeah, exactly.
he's got problem.
You even don't know when he gets a red card.
You can't really rely on a striker like this. Spain, from goalkeeping to midfield, it's outstanding. But if I look at Germany and Brazil, they have got more balanced team than Spain.
On this note, we would like to end our show today, but we'll be back again with a more sports update in coming weeks. So আজ এই পর্যন্তই, সবাই ভালো থাকবেন।